Welcome back to A Good Day. Well, if you go back some 200 plus years, the land where our studios are, we're technically in Canada, part of Great Britain, and some major battles played a part in making this property American. Jon Monk joins us from the U.S. side of the river, Fort Meigs, where you can go back in history this weekend. Good morning, John.
Hey, good day, guys. Yeah, what better place in Northwest Ohio to celebrate Memorial Day, to remember those who fought and lost their lives in defense of our country than one of the first places where Americans fought for their defense here, Fort Meigs in Northwest Ohio, here in the Perrysburg area. I'm joined with John. He's one of the reenactors here. Thanks for having us here today, sir.
Good morning.
So what are some of the things that people can see and appreciate and hear and take part in if they visit Fort Meigs, for maybe people who've never visited before?
Well, we have an entire weekend of activities this weekend, and this is our centerpiece event. We are commemorating the first great battle that was fought here at Fort Meigs in May of 1813. Wow. So we stack that up with Memorial Day, and we have things for everyone to do out here, a lot of things to see, a lot of things to hear, which what we have behind us here, an artillery crew. We love to focus on the artillery here at the fort. So we're going to ask them to, company, load, go through the motions and get the gun ready to fire. Typically for our demonstrations, we would give each individual order and let the crews sort of slow down so the public can see, but right now they're just going through the entire procedure without individual orders and without really any explanation. But right now they're ramming the charge down home to the breech of the gun. We're creating a vacuum there on the vent, and things are looking pretty good. We're going to climb things up.
Is a four-man crew the usual size for an artillery crew like this at this time?
We do demonstrations with 5 or 6, but a typical historical crew probably was 6 or 8, if not even more. And they have queued themselves up to be ready.
All right.
All good to go?
Yep.
Ears, everybody?
I'm going to plug my ears. Here we go.
Gun number 2, fire! And you can hear that incredible reverberation go all the way down the river valley in both directions. It's a magical
I know
sound.
you guys heard that at home because I felt that in my chest, right where my microphone is.
Absolutely.
My photographer Jordan has big old wide eyes. So how often are you guys going to be firing artillery like that this weekend?
We do demonstrations each day. So we'll be focusing a great deal on artillery this weekend, not only in how the Army brought them here and mounted them, but also how the guns work. And of course, they'll be involved in our great battles that we recreate on the south lawn here.
Yeah, so obviously Saturday and Sunday you're focusing on the first siege. Monday you're focusing on Memorial Day. But I wanted to ask you, if you ask anyone, especially younger folks nowadays, Memorial Day, who are you thinking of? They're probably thinking of more modern wars, more modern soldiers who fought and died. But this day is supposed to be for anyone who, in the history of our country, fought and died, in our defense.
Absolutely. The United States has a very long history of conflict, a very long history of sacrifice, and that includes what happened here at Fort Meigs. And many people don't realize that Fort Meigs actually is a cemetery. We have 2 large burial grounds on our property for the veterans that fell here. And so it's a wonderful opportunity for us to call attention to that, to honor our dead. But yes, historically speaking, the United States, we need to honor all of those victims. The battles that took place at Fort Meigs were extremely important for the United States and defending northern Ohio. So,
yep, and especially, I know last year I took my kiddos for the first time across the river to the memorial for the Battle of Fallen Timbers too, and that was a big eye-opener for my kiddos to realize that there were some significant battles here in our area. So I guess walk me through the weekend. What are some of the times and what are some of the events that people can come out here and enjoy?
Well, we've got special hours this weekend. Saturday we're here from 9:30 until 5 p.m. Activities all day, musical concerts and lectures, the Great Battle demonstration, demos for the infantry as well as the artillery. Sunday, all the same, 9:30 to 5, and we'll have many hundreds of reenactors here. You can walk through the camps, you can experience life in the Army, all their drill, all the orders, the sights, the sounds, everything. Monday, very special day. It is a national holiday, so we'll open up at noon that day when the flags go to the mast left head. And our ceremony here at our monuments will be at 2 p.m.
At 2 p.m. for the wreath laying ceremony. I know I've attended that in years past when I was a photographer, and you know, I'd love to come back out here on Monday. But last question here, what would you say to people to grease the wheels to get out and come out here to experience that, instead of, you know, people are going to go to parades, they're going to have cookouts, they're going to have family and friends over, but why should people maybe come out here and sort of commemorate the day a little more, you know, a little more stoically, I guess?
Well, I think that Fort Meigs is an absolute gem for Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan. You don't think of Ohio when you think of major battlefields in major U.S. conflicts, but it's right here. We have all this property that we've set aside for teaching, for a memorial, for the public to really experience and feel our own history. So it's a marvel that everyone should take advantage of. This is our centerpiece event, so please come out. It's going to be a fantastic weekend.
Yeah. And real quick, last question, are you guys always looking for more volunteers?
Well, we absolutely are. We have a large regiment that assists us with all of our events out here, and there's no requirement on how big that regiment can be. So we're always looking for help as a nonprofit. Absolutely.
Well, John, thank you for having us this morning. I'll put something together later today for the 5 o'clock news to give you more details on what's happening this weekend here at Fort Meigs for Memorial Day weekend. But for now, reporting live from Perrysburg, I'm Jon Monk, WTOL 11.